Hey there, it's Bobi aka Paginator, and welcome back to Craftoween. Today is day 30. I have a couple things that I made off camera that I want to show you before we get started. So this page here, I took black lace and glued it down, and then I just used some bulb pins to hang some chunky charm kind of things. Like these are some larger keys, and then we have this creature thing. And I was like, I don't know where I'm ever going to use these. We'll put them in the Halloween journal, and they just dangle off the lace. And that's all there is to that page. So you can still see the beautiful coffee dyeing that happened. And it's opposite this Vila page, which was gifted to me by Lynn. Thank you again. So maybe this creature is some kind of like familiar of the Vilas. I don't know. This is the other spread I made off camera. This is a scan of an old magazine that I got in a vintage ephemera box. And then I'll use some purple ribbon and this little bead that's like it's like a butterfly with skulls on it. Then we have another gold bead down here that's a moth. And I did this All Hallows Eve thing with my letter punch thingy. We've got a bird here. And the pocket is made out of this beautiful scrapbook paper. And I added some texture paste. And it was, I went to use my opaque crackle paste and realized it had completely gone dry. I was so sad. But I used my snowfall texture paste, and then while the stencil was still on, I sprayed it with this Wicked Elixir mica stain. So texture paste and mica stain is what made the green stars and bats. Let's see if I can get you a closer look. So we got stars up top and then bats down here. And then inside the pocket is a large tag. I haven't done the journaling on it yet, but I'm going to be writing about this magazine page in the Vintage Ephemera box. So I did some different colors of distress oxide, did some water splattering, and some gold embossing on some of the water splatters. And then just coffee and bubble dye paper on the back. The gold eyelet here, the gold moth, and the gold on this make an irregular triangle of gold. Almost like it was on purpose. There's also an irregular triangle purple here. 1, 2, 3. So what are we going to work on today? I have this page here that I honestly do not remember where I got this. I've had it for quite a while. And I really want to do something with this cat that's trying to claw its way up this book page. I like the idea of doing an opposite of one of these more black and white prints, so maybe it will work on this page. And I'm going to start by just simply cutting around this. This does fit pretty nicely. However, I am wanting to do a border around it with black, so I think I'm just going to put it on a piece of black paper and cut a small border. I'm kind of in a weird headspace today because in January, I'm going to be teaching a bullet journal class at our local community learning center, and I've been doing some note-taking and like coursework prep for it this morning, and just like kind of have to shift my brain back to junk journaling. So yes, black paper, that's what I was saying. I'm going to go get my black paper. This has a nice frame around it now, and shocker, I'm going to use this stamp again and some black soot to just create a bit of speckling. I'm also going to do a little bit of stenciling with these fun swirly stars and some black soot. Okay, I'm just going to try to hold down the stencil as tightly as I can. Ta-da! That's cute. Now do I want a couple little stars up here? Yep, a little bit. I'm having a bit of a struggle trying to decide what else to put on this page because I don't want to just stamp and then be done. Nope, that's too much. Maybe I need to decide if it's just going to go on the page or if it's going to be like a pocket. I think I want to do a side-loading pocket. There's a bit more space below than there is above, and that way we can add some little ephemera bits or something to the page. I have some little cutouts of birds. That one might be a bit too big. Maybe this little guy could be down there on a shelf of some kind. I am going to use a sentiment here that says he was afraid. This poor kitty is clearly afraid of something and trying to escape. Normally I'd do some kind of cluster or something along with a sentiment, but I kind of want it to just kind of sit on top of those other words. Wow, I'm really struggling to come up with what exactly I want along this bottom here. And no, I'm not just going to put a piece of black lace, because although that would be gorgeous and that's my go-to thing, I want to do something different. So let's find something to be a shelf for this bird. This bit of ephemera is a card for an undertaker, and it's got a really gorgeous black rose on it. So what if that sat there and then the bird stood on top of it? I don't think we're infringing too much on the kitty space. And then I want something else black there. No. This is the right size, but it says poison, and that doesn't really have anything to do with what's going on here, unless the Undertaker's maybe going to poison the cat, and that's why he's running away. Should that be our story? Why would an Undertaker poison a cat? Let's see. Maybe he's just an evil person who hates cats. Maybe it's a cat that's been sneaking in to the room where the Undertaker keeps his guests, shall we say, and causing havoc. Maybe this cat is the beloved pet of one of the deceased and just wants to hang around. And maybe he doesn't really cause much of a problem, but he's just there to be close to his person, and the Undertaker is tired of the cat being around. Or maybe the cat just accidentally stumbled into some kind of chemicals that were on the shelf and took a lick of one and immediately got sick, so he's scrambling and afraid for his life. I don't know. You guys help me out. My storytelling brain is gone today. I don't want to add anything more here, but we can make something to go in the pocket. We can do, probably a journaling card would make the most sense. Oh, this page is ripped. While I'm thinking about that, I'm just going to take a piece of washi. Pop that down, and we'll do something with it later. Okay, that just gave me an idea, but I can't do 7 things in this video. Instead of a journaling card, what I think I want to do is take this piece of paper, which is left over from this. It was a 12 by 12 piece. And I want to turn it into an envelope, and the flap can go inside the pocket. And then the rest will cover that other side, like just hang over it. And then we can put something in the envelope, and then we can still put another card in here another time. But right now I really want to make an envelope. So here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to double check the width and make sure that that's really going to slide in nicely. Yeah, it's just about perfect. So I don't have to trim it down that way, which is very good. I do need to do some scoring. First decision, should this be the envelope flap or this? This has a hand on it, so let's make this the flap. Just for creepiness sake. Let's do, sure, let's go for it. Let's do a 2-inch flap for the envelope. This is about the simplest kind of envelope you can make. I just folded it, glued down these two sides, and this flap will work as the envelope closure. Alright, I want to leave this as flat as possible just so it'll slide into that pocket really nicely, plus leave room for another card. But we can decorate the outside of this somehow. This will be what we see on the opposite side of the page. So this will slide in like this, and then we'll see this. And then you can also open it like that. Now, what I didn't do, and now have to try to fix with it glued closed, is I didn't do any kind of like notch or anything in here to be able to see the contents inside the envelope. Wow, good job me. So this is going to be very rough. Alright, the glue is dry. I also inked around it with black soot. So we are ready to decorate this side. Do we want to put something skeleton on here because we already have the bones? Do we want to do something completely different? I'm grabbing my Vintage Halloween Ephemera book here to see if there's anything that jumps out at me. Do you know what? This thing, I'm going to save this for when I do a never ending story journal because this looks like the stupid bat. Actually, you know what I think I want to do is this little kitty cat and the pumpkin. That's just so cute. Let's cut that out. After all, we're just going to do some decorating with this kitty. And I have this teeny tiny mask sticker, and I'm going to use some tweezers to pop out the eye holes because I don't want to rip it. Come on, little eye hole, pop right out. Oh my gosh, you can see his eyes through there. You're not going to be able to because sucky camera, but I can see the green of his eyes. Ah! Yay, I'm glad I tried that. This is not actual black lace, it's paper black lace. But we're going to attach it. So maybe this is the kitty from the last page, and now that he's escaped, he's found a nice jack-o'-lantern to live in. That's going to be all I'm going to do for today's video. We could still add a journaling card here. We could put a card inside the envelope, all those good things. But this is enough for one video. I feel like it's just enough. Also, this is a pocket. I didn't glue down this side. I just put the lace on, so that'll be available to tuck something tiny in there as well. Alright, so there we go. We've got a scared cat who escaped and found a home. And we have a cute envelope and lots of pockets to work with in the future. So that'll be it for today. I hope you got something out of this video, and come back tomorrow for day 31. Holy cow, how did we get here? In the meantime, have a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading, journaling, or crafting. Adios.